This week felt like one of those weeks where the kitchen never really stopped. Fresh bread on the bench, pies in the oven, sausage rolls from the freezer, and flowers on the bench, because even ordinary days deserve a little beauty. I actually bought a tripod so I could start trying to show you some better angles while I cook, but my 4-year-old has discovered that all of the screws come out, and every time I put it back together, the next time I go to film, I find it's in pieces again. Maybe one day I'll capture some fancy overhead shots. Today I'm making chicken pie. I'd already cooked and shredded chicken earlier in the week, so today I just needed to make a simple creamy sauce. Batch cooking things like chicken breast saves me so much time later in the week. I've been working on mastering a creamy sauce that's not only dairy-free but also nut-free. So many recipes I've read call for cashews. We have a nut-free house, so that is a hard pass for us. While we do use some of our daughter's other allergens in our home, like dairy, for example, nuts are not present. Her nut allergy is quite severe and we're not willing to accept that level of risk. Wherever possible, we make our meals grace-friendly so we can all eat the same thing. There's already so much she misses out on at birthday parties, community events, morning tea at church, even eating at other people's homes. So we really want to include her as much as possible at home. We eat the same meal as much as we can, or modify other meals so she has a really similar version. Once the sauce is ready, I just pour it over the chicken before topping everything with my quick express pastry. This was not my plan. I intended to make a sourdough pie crust in the morning. Life happened and I didn't get around to it. I kept very calmly telling myself that was fine because I had some pastry in the freezer. As it turned out, I didn't have any pastry in the freezer, and I realized this when I was about to place my pies into the oven. So when I say express, I mean no chilling, no fussing, just a really quick and simple pastry that came together in minutes and went straight onto the pie. It was much harder to make it pretty without chilling it, but hey, the goal by that time was to be fed. And apparently I was so focused on then getting dinner on the table that I completely forgot to film the finished pie. Maybe next time, and maybe if I had that tripod. I've been looking to freshen up our lunchtime menu a little, and my beautiful friend recently shared her sausage roll recipe with me. These have been a total hit. I made 60 last Sunday hoping to freeze some, but they were all gone by Tuesday. So this week I decided to make a bigger batch, and while I was at it, I prepped burger patties and meatballs too. I love finding little ways to make one prep session turn into several different meals. Cooking this way helps our grocery budget go a little further, and it's also becoming a necessity. With multiple food allergies in our family, convenience foods often aren't actually convenient. They're expensive, hard to find, or they're actually not safe for everybody to eat. So I've been learning to make more and more things from scratch. dinner, I was planning to make a roast, but my oven had been working on sausage rolls and bread all day and I couldn't get the chicken in time. So we kept things simple with steak, mashed potatoes and some steamed carrots and broccoli. Bread making has become one of those slow rhythms I genuinely look forward to. Measuring, stretching and folding, dusting with flour before it goes in the oven, I really enjoy doing it. I did forget to film the finished sourdough before we cut into it though, so instead you can settle for watching me slice today's sandwich loaf instead. That's real life. We had a busier week than usual, and as such, a busier day preparing for it all. I wanted to make sure we had easy, wholesome and filling options to grab quickly for breakfast, lunch and snacks, and that we had some semi-prepared dinners too. Elsie made chia puddings, and we also put together a batch of homemade muesli bars. Store-bought allergy-friendly snacks are expensive, and making our own has been a big way to save money. Just a little note, because I know someone's probably going to mention it, we use peanut butter, and peanut butters are actually legumes, not tree nuts. Tree nuts are one of our biggest allergy concerns, but peanuts are safe for our family. Of course, everyone's families are different. When we started down this path, I was actually mind blown to realise that peanuts are not nuts. So yes, I'm using peanut butter, and yes, we have a 100% nut-free kitchen. This slower way of cooking is not about perfection. It's about choosing homemade when we can, filling the freezer for busy days and busy weeks, stretching the grocery budget and making food that everybody around our table can safely enjoy. Thanks so much for joining me.